Hey everybody, this is Regan Adams with All Things Regan. Thank you for joining me this morning on Regan Says. So let's get into it. Today's topic is get your hustle on. So if you know me personally or if you've been following me for quite some time, I do several things. And I think nowadays, like most of the people that I've started being Facebook friends with, I don't even know them. But it's cool because most of the time it is for business purposes or networking. So, your net worth, what is it? Your net worth is your net worth. Network is your net worth. So basically, who you know can help you get to where you need to go, which is the truth. But anyway, I wanted to name it Get Your Hustle On Us because, like I said, I do several things. And you've heard me repeat this, but for the ones in the back who don't know me or my new friends, because I have added new friends since Facebook is suggesting all these new friends, I do have new friends. So, um, I have an event planning company. That is my main thing under the umbrella of All Things Reagan. I have a candle line, a t-shirt line, a jewelry line. I've written a book. I'm getting ready to start a coaching program. I think that's it that I can think of right now. Um, and what I'm going to talk about with the hustle, I'm going to kind of introduce or kind of give you some background to the t-shirt um, webinar that I just launched. But before I speak about that, I kind of want to do like a recap of my weekend, which I said I wasn't going to do that, but sometimes I just feel the need to do so, just to talk about it, because I think sometimes some people need to hear something that happened within my weekend, and that also kind of gives me talking points on down the road. So, what happened this weekend? We had our church had our crusade, and it's called Turn Up Crusade, and we go to different areas of town, and we have bounce houses, and they do the 3-on-3 tournaments, and I was able to help with that, which was really good. Um, what else did I do? Oh, my daughter and I did, which I showed that a little bit earlier. My daughter and I have a food vlog where we go to different restaurants in Knoxville that we've either heard of and never been, or they're just new and we've never heard of them. So I kind of researched that out. We went to Morelli's Italian Cuisine. I had seen it on Facebook a little while ago. They've only been open a little over, well, it'll be a year, matter of fact, a year in October. And I'm always, as an event planner for myself, I need to throw that out there because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people want to hire me for their business, which I don't do events for other people. I only do it for myself. But I'm always, as an event planner, looking for places to have events. And this place has 5 rooms from 5, I think they seat from 5 to 60, which is great for me because I have a lot of small group meetings. So as long as you eat, you're able to utilize their rooms, which was awesome. So my daughter and I went there and we did a review for them, and they gave us all this food, and everything was excellent. Like normally what I try to do is, shoot the video a week prior, and then I'll edit the video and then upload it on Fridays because we're having a Friday foodie field trip. But I couldn't wait. Like the food was that good. The service was that good. The atmosphere was that good. Like I couldn't wait to tell people. So I just went ahead and released it earlier, and that's fine. And we've actually found our new restaurant, which I'm not telling you about. But not this week, but the next week you'll be able to tune in for that. And hopefully I don't get overly excited like I did with this one and kind of spoil it. So, we had a really good time at Morelli's, and if you are like going on a date night, this is just my opinion, and this is if you didn't catch the review about the restaurant. To me, it's more like a date restaurant, especially in the evening time. Girls' night out, girls' day out. The brunch is superb. They have a Saturday brunch, and brunch around Knoxville is very hard to find. There are several places, but it's like, I don't even think it's 10. 10 is pushing it, and I'm not even counting. And I guess counting like Waffle House, Cracker Barrel, those type of places. So for them to have a Saturday brunch is excellent. Also, they have live jazz music, on Fridays and Saturdays at 6 o'clock. They also have an outdoor patio, which is really, really nice. They're off the beaten path, so there's no way you would be able to see them from the street. But I highly recommend them. I'm extremely picky, specifically on customer service. It was impeccable. The food was great. Everything was fresh. The whole experience was nice. So I definitely suggest Morelli's. It's off of Sutherland. Morelli's Italian cuisine. Everything was good. I don't think I'll be back to Olive Garden. I'm just going to be really honest. It was authentic. It was really good. So off of them, oh, I made a post earlier last week about how you treat people. Let me see what I can say about this. I can't really say what I want to say, but what I will say is and this is for me too. I'm not exempt from this, but you really, that messed my shirt. This shirt, since I'm losing my weight, my clothes are like getting like kind of falling off. So I have to be mindful of my clothes situation. But anyway, you have to really be mindful of how you treat people. Like, seriously, I saw something and I was just like, really? Like, I don't know where we were. I know I heard it either this week or this weekend, but it holds true. Somebody can tell you how I think it was in church. I don't know, but I've heard it before. I don't know, but I've heard this before. People can say how they support you. People can say that they love you. People can say they got your back. People can say anything. But when they show you something different, what they show you is what it is. And to me, what I saw was something that was so basic. And it was crazy. Like, I was really like, really? Like, this is how you treat this person? Really? Really? And I was talking to my friend and I said, it's really dangerous. Like, I know you've heard time and time again, like specifically in this season, you hear it a lot when God is wanting to kind of elevate you and do some stuff. You have to be very careful who is connected to you, like, for real. Like, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I know you guys have seen movies where, you got I don't know what movie it was I was just watching not too long ago. I can't think of the name of it. But it was a group of guys. They were like this, grew up together, just together, friends forever, BFFs. And one of them got in a tight situation. One of the friends got in a tight situation, ended up killing or trying to kill, like, the best friend. But nobody knew. Like, it was crazy. And what I was telling my friend is, I don't ever want anybody to be around me who smiles in my face, say they love me, say they have my back, say, I'm there for you, whatever you need, and turn around and treat me poorly, like with basic stuff. That's dangerous. That is so, like, I'm talking about dangerous. And so just watch who, like, man, like, I know I needed to see that, but I didn't. I needed to see it, but I didn't need to see it, because now I'm trying to, like, well, you don't know. I have several events coming up where I'm trying to get women together. Women are my heart. I like to see people win. Yes, that's in my DNA. But women hold a special place in my heart. And in March in Atlanta. Myself, Sister Brown, um, Lord, did I Sister Witted, sorry, and Sister Fletcher. We're getting an event together in Atlanta called Mastermind. Mastermind, emphasis on her. We're getting that event together, and it's a think tank. And what a think tank is where everybody comes together with information. What I've noticed, or what I know, is everybody doesn't know the same information. They just don't. Somebody knows something you don't know. And instead of, you hoarding the information for yourself, and I understand when people pay for information. I got it. But in business, we're better together. It's two is better than one. Like, you can do more with more than one person. So for the think tank, I wanted to get all these business women together so we can collaborate. The only thing that they will pay for, basically, I'm not going to give out all the information, but basically it will just be for the meeting space, and then we'll do some other things. But we're going to come together and collaborate so we can come share information and win. Like, when we leave there, we should have so much information. Like, information is better than money. That's number one. It just is. And so when we come together with this information, when we get it, when we go to our prospective places and start, implementing the programs and the systems and the things that we've learned, we should be better, making more money, better as a person, and also leave with relationships that we didn't have in the first place, right? So I said all that to say, and I got another group. The sister, I don't even know the name of the group. Ain't that something? Because it's all these S's. Like, I'll be trying to come up with these names, and then I can't turn around. I can't remember them. But Sisters Supporting Success and something. Sister, we're going to support each other. That's basically what the group is. So these are businesswomen in Knoxville who need support. Sometimes even with your family members or friends, when you have a vision, if you have a business and God gives you something, everybody doesn't see it. They just don't. Sometimes it's not for them to see, but you need support. I think it's very important. So we're going to get together and find out a way where we can physically support you. So once you meet these sisters and we create a sisterhood, then everybody take turns going to support you, whatever it is. Also, it's going to be our own crowdfunding. I'll talk about that within the group. You need money to run a business. It's just what it is. I personally don't like loans. Don't like credit stuff. Credit only when necessary, and it's far and in between for me right now. I don't need it to run my business. So we'll talk about crowdfunding, but just stay tuned to my page, All Things Regan. We'll talk about that. But going back to what I was saying, I needed to see what happened, but it's kind of like where I'm trying to make sure that I keep my conscious clear, and that I'm always trying to be open when I meet new ladies, that they're not always out to get me, or some being nice just to get what they want, but have a hidden agenda. And so I always pray for a spirit of discernment, specifically now, because I've had some people who've contacted me and wanted to connect, and wanted to do some things, and I am sometimes leery. And then what I think is really funny sometimes is a lot of people, not a lot, I keep saying a lot of people, I guess I'm speaking it into existence, but think I have these connections, like, yeah, she knows such and such, and I'm thinking, I don't know anybody yet. Like, I know some people, and maybe they see something like I don't see, like, but it is true. Sometimes, you see more in somebody else than they see. But I'm like, I don't know. I can't, like, I'm still trying to get there. So I don't really have like I have my own platform. Yes. Cause I created it, sometimes you gotta do that. If you want to get yourself out there, create your own. I'm always about that, but just trying to be aware of who's around me. But I just thought it was sad that, somebody that's where you're supposed to be on the same team and you're being treated poorly. It's sad. And so it just made me make sure that I'm more aware of who's with me. Now, right now, I don't think I have a problem because my circle is like, it's like, so you can't even see. It's so small. But I actually prefer it that way. Just to be really honest. But anyway, so just be careful how you treat people and watch who is in your circle. I don't care if y'all been friends 1,000 years. Sometimes, these friendships are for a season. I know several friendships that I've had in the past they've taught me a lot. And I think that's what they were for. They were lessons. I know one relationship in particular helped me grow a lot as a person, a whole lot as a person, and almost, I want to say, kind of formed me into who I am right now. Like the basis of who I am right now shaped me, and I believe it was really needed, and it toughened me up. So I think that was all I wanted to talk about. Just be careful how you treat people, and just know that your actions, you can say whatever you want to say. And that even goes for Facebook. Sometimes I look at Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you are not your post. And the crazy thing is you don't even know it. Like, you don't even know it. And that's one thing I don't want people to say about me is they see my post and then they meet me or they know me and they like, that's not her. That's not her. Because I try my best. I really do try to be as transparent as I can. Now, of course, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I try to do the best I can and be a person of my word. Because I remember years ago, I used to lie all of the time. It was terrible. Like, it was terrible. And now I really... I can't find the word I'm looking for, but I really pride myself on people taking my word for things. Like, that's my pride and joy. Like, Regan, you said, it makes me very happy when people will inbox me and say, well, you know about X, Y, and Z because when you told me X, Y, and Z, this worked. That makes me happy because for years I used to lie all the time. I don't even know why I'm telling this story. But my word, like, the word, your word is your bond. Like, that's my thing. I love to be able to tell somebody something and it work out for them. And they're like, thank you, Regan. And they trust my word. That makes me happy. Out of everything in my business, aside from customer service, somebody being able to say, well, you said this and it was true. And so what do you think about this? Because if you say it, then it must be right. That makes me happy. My word, being truthful, makes me happy, and being able to help somebody. So don't know why I jumped off on that end of the spectrum, but I did. So I was supposed to release a t-shirt webinar on how to start your own t-shirt business. So that's what I'm going to talk about these last few minutes, and I'm going to try not to keep you long. About 3 months ago, maybe, I started my own t-shirt business. And without giving you like too much of the webinar, but I do want to give you a background story because some people are like, okay, I'm reading this. So what does this mean? You starting a t-shirt business. What does this entail? So about 3 months ago, I've always wanted to start a t-shirt business. So let's put that out there. But one thing about me, I'm not crafty. Just not. But what I saw was a need for t-shirts in the sense that every time I had an event or I was selling my book or whatever, or I needed putting me for like event t-shirts, I didn't want to keep going to a t-shirt manufacturer. Like, I was just like, this is retarded. Why am I, and I don't need that many. So I should be able to print my own when I want to print it. Right. And most people don't know how I maneuver as far as business is concerned, but I don't like the middleman, that third party person, like Expedia. Let me give you an example. So with Expedia, I don't like dealing with them because they're a third party. So they're going to get their percentage. And then also, even though it's a discount, something may fall through on the cracks on the third party. So I like dealing directly with the person. Another example, I really want to be a travel agent. Like I really, really, really want to be a travel agent. Matter of fact, I need to be a travel agent. But one thing I don't want to do, and I've done it before, is pay that monthly fee. And I know, I get it. Everybody's like, well, you can write it off on your taxes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, the host companies are a third party company. I don't want to deal with them. I want to get my certificate and I want to take whatever class I need to take and be done with it. And that way I don't have to give a percentage of my money to the host company. And I just want to be able to make the money directly. We cut the third party out. I don't like the third party. And so that's where I was with the t-shirts. And so maybe December of last year, my mother-in-law gifted me, I did all the research. My mother-in-law gifted me a t-shirt press. And I started doing that. And I was just like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm on the go so much mentally and all this other, like, I don't have time to sit down and press a t-shirt. There's got to be another way. And I stressed myself out for maybe almost 3 months trying to get this t-shirt together, trying to get what I needed to get. Like, I was stressed out, seriously. And I was like, I'm one of those ones that don't like to think too hard. I want to be able to enjoy my business stuff and stuff that comes to me like that. If I got to kind of sweat over it, like that's when I know it's really, really something. But I was like, there's got to be an easier way. And I was doing it in my own will. That was the reason. But we'll talk about that later. So I backed up off of it and I prayed. I was like, Lord, you know what I want to do. And if you need me, if this is something that is for me, which I knew it was, I need you to show me. And he did. And it was very easy. Like, very easy. Like, when I say I stumbled, it's almost like I wasn't even looking for. That was the crazy. I love how God works. Let me just say that. Let me just say that off the bat. I love how he works. I love how he works with me. When my hands are always in some mess and he was like, oh my gosh, Regan, stop. Oh my gosh, will you let me? I know he'd be like, okay, I'm just going to let you do what you do. And when you get finished, let me know. And then I can step in. I know he says that about me. Like, when I get to heaven, he going to be like, thank you. I know you made it, but you stay doing too much. That's going to be a t-shirt. I do too much. And I do. I don't be trying, Jesus. I don't. Okay. Anyway, so when he showed me what to do, I mean, it was so easy. It was so easy. And I was like, okay, Jesus, this is what we doing. So I got to, researching what I found, making sure everything checked out, which it does, because he showed me what to do, got everything done. And literally, I don't even think it took, it didn't even take a month. The first month I started making money. So every month I get a check. Since then I've made a check and every month it increases. And the crazy thing about it is I don't even really promote my shirts. You guys hardly ever see me promote my t-shirts. Like, I have a Facebook page, but the platform that I'm on does it for me. So and the crazy thing is, like, I don't know. I don't promote it. I really don't. And if I did and I was really consistent, and that's what I'm going to be working on, is being more consistent on what I need to do, because I can't give you everything. You have to buy it. But so the bulk of my money comes from online. So let me just say that. It was very easy. No, it is not printful. The slot, it's just not. It's not printful. It's probably something you never heard of because it's fairly new. And that's why I was like, oh, really? Oh, really? What can I say? Printful. Printful is cool, but the sliding scale on it is like the percentages are garbage. Um, trying to think what I can say without giving it away. Well, let me just say this, and I just said it. The bulk of my money for my t-shirts comes online. It is very effortless money that I make. And one thing that I like to talk about is residual income, money that you make without much effort at all. And that's what this has been for the t-shirt company. Now, if you want to physically make t-shirts, I'm not going to tell you how to do that because I have no interest in that. Some people are crafty, want to peel the stuff and want the vinyl and the hot press. No thanks. Also, I'm going to sell you my plug in this. I have 2 plugs that I deal with t-shirt companies that are spectacular. And I'm not going to get into detail about that, but they're spectacular. And I'm going to sell you my plugs. So even if you want to do, like, I also design too. So I do some design, very minimal design, but it gets me through where I need to be. And I've had 2 separate customers on t-shirt designs, which we've had them printed and we've done all that. But if you want to be able to personalize it, I show you how many? I give you a few ways for design for the shirts. I give you a few ways. I show you personally what I have used, and I do use when I do my design. And mind you, I haven't been to any design school, but I'm going to show you the designs. So it's really good information as far as like marketing too. So it's not just with t-shirts. So let's see. Yeah. So if you're physically wanting to make t-shirts, no, this is not the class for you. It is an online webinar that is pre-recorded, and it is in a secret Facebook group. The cost of the event is $47. Once you pay that, I will enter you into the group. You have 24/7 access to the group, so you're able to watch it whenever you want to. I'm going to be honest, if you do this right and get on it, you'll make that back in that first month. You just do, especially if you already have design ideas, like, you're with no problem, like no problem. So I know for me personally, I've got to buckle down and just got to find some time, but I've got to buckle down and get my designs and everything together. So really this is easy money. I'm going to be honest. Like, if you ever thought about doing a t-shirt business and you find, $50, because I'm going to throw that transaction fee on there. I can't lose money. You find $50 and you've been thinking about a t-shirt business and you're halfway savvy with the computer, you need to take this course. Like, it makes no sense why you wouldn't. You just need to. Because you just do. I also have how to write and publish your own book. You can do a book, you can do a magazine, you can do a journal. I have all that information too. That class is $35. I actually knocked that down some. I think that's it. Y'all, look, it's time to get your hustle on. Most people can't just live on one job now. Sorry. Like, side hustles are almost like a must-have, if, it just is. Now, mind you, I'm trying to make my side hustles permanent, working on it. But thank God for my job, the one that I have, because it funds what I need it to fund. But anyway, I think that's it. So you guys have an awesome rest of the week. If you need anything, inbox me. Please connect to All Things Regan, Regan, if you're not already connected. And pay it forward this weekend. Pay for somebody's meal. Do something nice for somebody. Pay for their meal. Let's do that. Let's pay for their meal. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I will let that ride. But anyway, you guys have a blessed rest of the week. Please connect with me on All Things Regan. It has all of my events, my t-shirt line, my everything. That is the umbrella of everything that I do. You can also visit my website at allthingsregan.com. All Things Regan, REGAN.com. Also, what I'm going to start doing here soon is bringing in other businesses to kind of advertise what they do, and just some videos and stuff like that. But we'll get into that. I think that's it. All right, guys, it's been long. Oh, 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys have a blessed rest of the week. Please connect with me, All Things Regan, on Facebook. Also on, I was about to say Periscope. I'm rarely on Periscope. All Things Regan on Facebook, All Things Regan on Instagram, and allthingsregan.com. You guys have a blessed week. Talk to you later. Bye.